Yo, what is up, guys? Del Boy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like button, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So what a night of boxing last night. Only fight I've not really talked about is Joe Smith Jr. versus Eleider Alvarez. I watched the fight last night, but I went to bed straight after it. I was too tired to make a post-fight review. Going into this fight, I felt it was a very competitive fight that Eleider Alvarez would win on points. I thought he could make the most of his, better all-round boxing skills and maybe outpoint Joe Smith. But listen, man, that's not what happened. Joe Smith beat this guy up basically from start to finish, He basically won every round, to be honest. He was marauding forwards behind a nice tight guard, ramming the jab in Eleider Alvarez's face, pushing him back, coming over the top with hooks and landing some really good shots. As the fight went on, you could tell the power punches of Joe Smith were really getting to Eleider Alvarez. He had some facial damage. It looked like he had a broken nose. There was a lot of blood there. And yeah, Joe Smith was just mashing that face up, and he was doing a really good job of applying pressure and outworking his opponent. Eleider Alvarez at times did have success, but he was more economical with his work, He was landing the odd good shot here and there, mainly his overhand right, a couple of good jabs here and there. But, it wasn't enough, He really needed to do more to keep Joe Smith at bay. Alvarez never really gave Joe Smith any reason not to keep on pressuring. He needed to fight fire with fire, in my opinion, in this fight. Alvarez was looking for like one perfect shot to try and knock Joe Smith out. And as we know, Joe Smith's got a very good chin, so the likelihood of that happening with one shot are unlikely. He should have been a lot more active and maybe then try to get a stoppage by accumulation. But, the pressure of Joe Smith Jr. was just too much to handle for Eleider Alvarez. And in my opinion, it was a really good performance from Joe Smith. This is a guy who's actually improved quite a lot since he burst onto the scene when he knocked out Andre Fonfara. I think now, these days, he keeps his shape better. I think his jab's better. And all around, he's a very effective pressure fighter. And this fight was a WBO eliminator. And yet, let's be honest, Joe Smith Jr. definitely deserves a title shot. He's beaten Eleider Alvarez, a former champion. He retired Bernard Hopkins. He beat Jesse Hart, who's a decent fighter. He's knocked out Fonfara. Joe Smith definitely deserves a title shot. And he's put himself in a position to fight for the WBO belt. I think he's going to fight the winner of Maxim Vlasov versus Umar Salamov. So hopefully he gets that shot soon. He certainly deserves it. Credit to Joe Smith Jr. Very good. He's a very good light heavyweight, very dangerous. People can say he's limited, but he's durable, he's powerful, and the guy never stops coming. So fair play to Joe Smith Jr. As for Alvarez, I'm not really sure where he goes from here, to be honest. Maybe he can be a bit of a gatekeeper and, be used to test up-and-coming fighters at light heavyweight. But I think this loss really spells the end of his world title ambitions. He took some good shots. He showed a good chin, but at the end of the day, he still got knocked out. He got knocked out in round 9. He was hurt by a Joe Smith overhand right. He kind of fell backwards. Joe Smith then jumps on him and lands like a really hard jab, which drops Eleider Alvarez. Alvarez can't really beat the count. The referee waves it off, and that's all she wrote. Good win for Joe Smith Jr. I got this one wrong, so credit to Joe. But yeah, man, tell me what you guys think of this fight. Peace.